Do you think Moffat just sits around with a bottle of red going, they love me. They love me.
Oh God, if I had all the amazing comments that Steven's been getting in the last couple of days, man, it would make me so happy. It would go to my head.
No matter what you say or what you do,
They still love me.
That's Moff right now, you know, with a bottle of wine in his hand, downing it.
That actually is like no matter what you do or what you say, because, you know, especially no matter what you say, because, you know,
Moff says things notoriously. He has a mouth and does say things.
I know he's also had a comment or two to make about how, like, you know, he felt like his era was kind of panned, or both his eras were kind of panned, but he notoriously in like Doctor Who polls of episodes like does really well.
He's up there. Moff's a dog. Like he's got a dog in him, you know.
I think it's just I just think he's just not maybe just the series arcs and showrunner per se. The single episodes though are like banging. Who's to say?
Carly's Crack was a pretty fucking cool plot point.
Carly's
mate.
Crack,
That's all I'm
it
saying.
started strong and then it went downhill from there.
Yeah, he left the tap on in the end, didn't he?
Who's the hybrid? To this day, I can't tell you what it is.
The hybrid, it's an enigma.
Half
an enigma.
Dalek, half Time Lord. Then why was it the whole focus of the series? Who cares? Even he said that stank.
Why does he travel with someone as stupid as you?
What the fuck's that got to do with anything?
Because it's stupid.
Oh,
Like,
stupid. You just need stupid. Stupid.
Stupid. Guys, today we're going to be previewing 73 yards. Not 44 homes. Not 69.
What?
And not 420.
What's 43 homes?
But 44 homes.
What's that?
You've never played 44 homes?
No.
Hold on.
No.
Dear listener, if you have played 44 homes, please comment below. I played 44 homes. It's a game you play as a kid. It's where you hide. And the person counts to 44, like the seeker, I guess, counts to 44. When they count to 44, they go, 44 homes, here I come. And they've got to find you. But the people that are hiding have to make it back to home.
Without being caught.
Without being caught, yeah. So, and then if this person sees you...
You have to be playing in quite a big area then.
Oh, it's good. You play it in parks. We do it. This is how immature my friend group are. When we go to like get a big Airbnb down in Margaret River or something like that, and we get like a big mansion, we just turn all the lights off outside and we play a game called Spotlight, which is basically the same thing except you play it at night and the person goes around with a torch and has to get you with the spotlight.
I know my mum used to play a game, but it used to have a different name, as she called it. I think we've had this conversation.
73 yards.
Maybe. She had this name for it, and I know we've had this conversation on the podcast before.
Oh, really?
Literally, probably in the first year.
Everyone's like, get on with it. Get on with fucking Doctor Who.
If you can find that, I owe you a silver penny.
Oh, man. But yes, today we're going to be previewing 73 yards. We're also going to look back at Boom, see if our opinions have changed in the episode since its broadcast. And then we're going to upgrade or delete your thoughts. We're going to upgrade or delete your thoughts on Boom. Because you guys have opinions on Boom. Do we like them or do we think they're shit? That's what we're going to do here.
I don't know.
Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 50Doctor. Subscribe if you haven't already.
Do the things you always do.
Do all the things. We got a Ko-fi if you want to give back to the show. And give us a 5 stars on whatever podcast platform you're listening on. That sound good?
That sounds great to me, baby.
Sounds excellent. I couldn't find the sign back.
50%
I don't think there's a bank zero, but that's all right.
I know. I was like, there's different banks on the Roadcaster with different sounds on them, and I got a bit lost in there for a second there.
You get lost in the sauce sometimes.
I got so lost in the sauce.
You get lost in the sauce,
mate. Boom.
Yeah.
Can I get away, yo?
Yeah, you can get away, oh.
You sound so disappointed, even though I know that's not how you feel.
This joke is annoying me at this point.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can I get a boom boom pow?
You can get a boom boom pow.
Fuck yeah.
You can get a boom boom pow.
Yeah. Okay. Has your opinion changed on Boom?
Yes.
We far out. That's a confident man. Okay. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Immediately after broadcast, our hot takes, I gave Boom an 8 and you gave it an 8.5. Connor, you have one chance and one chance only to adjust that score. That is right now. Are you going to adjust that score?
Yeah, I am.
2.
I'm putting it down.
Are you actually?
Kidding. Got you all. Idiot, loser, for thinking that. Idiot. 9. I've seen it 3 times.
Okay.
I watched it straight back when I got home and I watched it a bit buzzed on a Saturday night. I'll tell you what, that third viewing was the best. I love it. And you know what? I'm going to say it. Mic drop moment. I prefer it more than Wild Blue Yonder. There, I said it, folks. I'm sorry.
Kill yourself.
Really?
it's just a big. It's just a big call. I'm sticking with 8. I've seen it twice.
I love it.
I don't know how you get for context for the dear listeners. This is Monday that we're recording this, so this episode has been out for 48 hours, just over 48 hours. No, less than 48 hours. Saturday morning to Sunday morning to Monday, just over 48 hours.
Feels longer.
And you've seen it 3 times within 24 hours.
I saw it 3 times within 24 hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It just doesn't leave my brain.
Fair.
It's all I've been thinking about. I've been rewatching clips out of the wazoo. I love it. I'm in love with it. I can't stop. I love the poem that doesn't make sense. I've been saying it to everybody today.
Yeah.
I love it so much. The performances are great.
It's very good.
It's everything I love about Doctor Who and more, and I'm just in love with it. And I'm going to make this another mic drop moment. My favorite episode since Heaven Sent. There, I said it. Why are you shaking your head?
These are just big calls, and I'm respecting them, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm also not saying you're wrong, mate.
I loved it. I think it's such a smashing episode. What a piece of television.
It's a cracker, isn't it? I've seen it twice. I watched it obviously in the morning before we did the pod, immediately after it came out, and then I watched it that night again, having a few beers, doing it as well. Before Freo won terribly. That's my football team.
They won terribly?
Look, if we were versing a better team, we might have lost. But
they won terribly.
Yeah, an honourable win. I don't think that's how that saying works. Anyways,
well.
I watched Boom a second time, and I liked it probably more than I did the first time because the little Moffatisms that grated at me, and I love Moffat. We've said this before, but the little things that grated at me, I sort of forgave a little bit more on rewatch.
These little things.
But I still think they're there, and I'm still gotta stick with an 8. I don't think it's there's just like some silly dialogue that takes me out of it, and then like all the ambulances rocking up at the end and things like that. I'm like, come on. I'm
like a little golden retriever puppy with this episode. I just love it.
You keep playing with it.
I just love it. I'm probably gonna watch it again tonight. I'm keen to show my fam.
There's one too many shots of Millie rolling down the hill as well.
That I stand by.
It's like that scene have you seen in Taken? In Taken 3, I think it is.
What with the
Liam Neeson jumps
over
the fence?
Yeah, and it's like 15 different cuts.
Day 1 of film school, they literally went, this.
Yeah.
Don't do this.
That is pretty wild, hey?
It's a Wild Blue Yonder in it.
You know that new sound you've been looking for? Well, listen to this. That'll be me when I'm showing my family Boom. That's a Back to the Future quote.
Hopefully they like this one, your dear old
I doubt it. I don't know if they'll like anything from this new era, but that's okay.
All right, well, let's move on to Australia's worldwide famous favourite segment. It's time for Upgrade or Delete.
Upgrade in progress.
This is where you send in your opinions on the episodes or certain topics, and we upgrade them, meaning it's good, or we delete them, meaning it's bad. Did I miss anything,
Don't
Connor?
quit your day job, as you always say.
Oh, yeah, it's either, you're good, or don't quit your day job, yeah.
Don't quit your day job, whatever that is. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
We got some funny ones. You guys are funny fuckers out there. I'm going to put that out there. We got some good stuff out there.
Yeah. I try not to look at them. Because you're right, I do like to go into it a bit blind.
Let me spoil it for myself.
Still blind.
That we need on the sound pad, but also extremely niche.
What would we use that for?
How often would we use it?
It's kind of like when you mention Peter, I guess. You'd be like, I'm still blind.
Yeah. Okay, so big shout out to Robert, by the way. Robert flicked us an email throughout the week of their comics. They're an artist who've seen they're always in your live streams and stuff.
That was, yes, because I said, please feel free to plug all your stuff in the chat.
So Robert has sent me them. I haven't had a chance to look at them or reply to the email yet, but they are there. And any chance we can to share Robert's work, we better get on it because it's...
I never checked the email, but I actually did yesterday and saw it.
Oh, did you have a look?
No, I didn't actually look into it, but
for
some reason I was signing the email. I had to switch over to my email, but I did see that we got the email.
Yeah, but so make sure to check out Robert on Twitter and all that. They're usually talking to us.
They
over
said
there,
they're working for Doctor Who magazine, which is like awesome.
That is awesome. Okay, Robert gave us a great meme, and I'll put the meme on screen. I hope I don't forget. It's this meme, Stephen Moffat, having faith, power of love. Is that Drake? Is that Drake?
That
meme?
is the Drake. Yes,
Drake.
Controversial Drake at the moment.
Yeah, the classic Drake with the head behind the hand.
That is great.
And, that's a good meme.
That is great. Very true.
Audio listeners, I'm sorry, but you just missed out on that one. Adam says the lack of Wayo was disappointing. Wayo.
I see. Right.
You don't like that one?
Am I upgrading and deleting these already?
Oh, sorry. I forgot. So these are just memes.
Yeah, go on. I'll upgrade both of those.
Yeah, I upgrade them. Wayo.
2 yeses.
No, that's the crowd shit. Oh, Connor, you're rookie sound
I'm
man.
such a rookie sound man.
You're a bad boy.
Where does he travel with someone as
You just hit 2.
Oh, the soundboard is falling apart. That is our upgrade button, yes.
That is our upgrade.
We did have to cut a really funny...
We did cut the,
Last preview pod, we decided that yes was the upgrade button and that this
Kill yourself.
was the delete button, and we started replying to people's...
Yes. It's funny because we debated for a while to keep it in, and I think you made the right decision, but like, yeah, it was funny. But I think at the end of the day, you made the right decision.
A funny joke, but we probably shouldn't be saying that to our dear listeners.
I could definitely see it being taken out of context in a very bad way.
But y'all know we're just having a laugh here.
You'd hope.
Anyways, Charles Who says, Ncuti established himself as one of the most iconic doctors in this episode.
I agree.
Double yes?
Double yes.
Yeah, it's an instant classic for Ncuti's performance. I think it's almost like a heaven sent, but for Ncuti, you know, like
you get reminded again why he's so great. Mm-hmm. And I know it's so we're so early into his era, and I already feel like he's one of my favorite doctors. And not only that, one of the best actors to ever take over the role as the Doctor.
Definitely. I think he handles Moffat's dialogue really well as well. Like, he really gets into it. And my only critique of that would then be, I wish that, like, I don't know, RTD had given Moff his scripts and been like, oh, could you add some of these isms into it? Because he, I'll be honest, that's one of the big reasons why I sort of stick with 8 is that you can so tell it's written by a different writer.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And it's nice to feel that it's written by a different writer, but it does not feel, to me, like the Ncuti from the first 3 episodes. It's quite blatant, I think.
I agree. I guess the only argument, I suppose, would be that he's in like a very literate, like life and death, like he could die any second, is maybe acting a little bit out of character. I don't know. But still, I totally get that point.
You're reaching at straws, mate.
No, that's the whole point of the episode.
Jacob, that's what I
reaching
call
at straws.
Comedy podcast, says, this episode is what I'm here for. I think Jacob speaks on behalf of the entire fandom there. Yes. I agree.
Yes.
Well, it's what we were crying out for. I think this would have been better placed as episode 2, so that way you get the fluffy episode 1 that not many people liked other than us, and then you get episode 2, which hits and makes everyone go, oh, Doctor Who is still okay.
I reckon it should have been episode 6. It would have...
Kill yourself.
I don't even react to it anymore. It would have been so much more emotional because we would have been with the team for longer, and...
I get that, but I also think...
They can say they've been traveling for 6 months, but we've only had them for a couple of weeks. Minus Christmas.
I've got a theory about that, but park that.
Me too.
Double park.
That's the space baby's comment, you cheeky bugger. We're friends, folks. You can tell.
Yeah. Real friends.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what my point was. My first thought when Ruby got shot was that in Ncuti's mind, or the Doctor's mind, it was like, oh my God, I've only been traveling with her for a few months and she's dead. Like, it sucks when Clara dies, but she had a good run. And with Ruby, it's like, oh, we just got started. We just got to a new alien world for the first time with you, and you're dead.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously, we all know that they're not really dead, but, you know, it's like, I still think it could have added by the way, I'm the guy who gave it a 9 and Simps this episode. I believe in boom supremacy.
Boom.
And, yeah, I guess I can have a few nitpicks, can't I?
Can I unpark? Can I go into drive now?
Go ahead.
Is Ruby Sunday? This is so bullshit, by the way. This is the most bullshit fan wank theory you're ever going to hear on the planet. Mm-hmm. And I think we spoke about this briefly in a pod somewhere. We've got the god of music, we've got the toy maker, god of games, I guess. Ruby Sunday, connected to the god of fiction somehow, like a child of the god of fiction. Or what I think there is a good chance at is that she is a creation of the god of fiction or the god of story or something. Like there's some like deity out there that loves to just create stories and wreak havoc, because this is obviously a very much more supernatural series, and they've told us that a million times. Russell keeps saying it, which I love. And so we have like the goblins, which aren't your typical creatures. You have all sorts of...
The boogeyman and
Well, that's a good point, right?
Yeah.
Because then Space Babies, almost like in the premiere, they wanted to set up a theme.
Yeah.
The theme being stories.
Yeah.
They sit there and they literally spell out what the stories need. They need the villain, they need this, they need that. What if that was like a creation of... The crows are going, mate. What if that was a creation of this fiction, god of fiction, and Ruby is a creation of this god of fiction? That's why she doesn't have a mother. Like, I think there's some merit to that theory. Like, what if she's not real?
A dumbass theory I had was that maybe every episode will get weird time things, and that's on purpose.
Yes. So
and Russell knew we'd pick up on it, and then this whole Truman Show theory.
Yes,
it could be that.
Which is my next point: is that time jump thing, because we know TV shows and stuff, they jump in.
Unless they're just fucking stupid and didn't think we'd notice.
No, because then they say. I haven't picked up on this, but I think a lot of people have picked up that in Boom they say October.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
I saw that.
It's like that. I think it's quite intentional what they're going for. Then
I would love that if there was inconsistencies every episode.
Well,
and then it's like
it's not necessarily inconsistencies, but we're jumping in time, and that's what TV shows do. That's what fiction does. It jumps in time. It doesn't go in the most linear way. Right. You know, you don't go day to day in a movie. You get to the points that matter. What if that's all connected to it? It's just I think there's a lot of things pointing that way.
Who knows what Russell's ass is cooking up?
Should we get back to the segment?
Sure.
Sorry, that was a big old segue.
It was a good cook.
Jeremy says, it was great. Only flaw for me was that the conflict was resolved pretty quickly. Feel like the Doctor sonicking something just with a middleman with the AI, which I sort of agree. It was like a...
Wrong.
I think it was an easy fix. I'm upgrading that.
Yes.
Wrong?
Oh, I simp it. I'm not going to... I mean, I feel like I can... Sorry, I should probably speak in the mic. I can feel like I can understand people's, disapprovals of the episode, but I still simp it.
I think it pays off because the performances are great around it, but I do agree that the solution to the episode is pretty like...
Relying on your actor's performance is not an excuse for bad storytelling. There, I said it, folks.
No, but I think it can disguise it.
It can. That was what I was saying about Boom. Boom? Devil's Cord.
Yeah, I see. Jeremy also goes on to say, it's a massive shame we never got a Moffat Penn Jodie episode because he knows how to give an actor their Doctor moment. A lot of people saying this online. Loads of people saying this online. I agree.
I don't know what it would look like, but I would love to have seen it.
It feels wrong.
It does feel a bit wrong.
It feels wrong.
But I'd still love to have seen it.
I feel like you can't trust horny Moffat writing for a female Doctor.
Oh, dear. Okay.
I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm just putting it out there.
That's fair enough.
Where does the Doctor have a hidden tattoo?
But
I don't want to know. You don't want to know.
That's the thing, though. But it does make me a bit annoyed that he's written for every Doctor but Jodie.
OCD brain is like
every Doctor but her.
Yeah.
You could be like, well, we didn't write for Fugitive either. I'm not counting that shit. Okay.
Fake Doc.
Yeah, sure.
Fake.
Your words, not mine. I don't want to get in trouble.
I'm obviously joking, listener.
I hope not. It sucks that we don't get that Jodie penned episode. Look, there's this cool dumbass theory that the 70th can be penned by one each of them. Like, what are you laughing for?
The 60th was last year, mate. We did the same thing with the 50th, where we had November, December of enjoying the 50th, and then it got to
it was a long way.
January 1st, 2014, and we went, what's the 60th going to be like?
Well, it's fun to imagine, isn't it? I think the 60th has set me up for okay, don't expect anything huge because it wasn't the 50th. But we lived through the 50th,
Definitely.
and it was the biggest event since the beginning of sliced bread.
What a time.
Nothing will ever compare to that in Doctor Who ever again.
No, I don't think so.
But we're not kids anymore.
Unless the only thing that will is if they do. That window's open. That's why the birds are so loud outside.
I don't think anything could compare. I love birds. They're so cute.
I'll close that window in a second. But I think the only thing that could compare is if they were straight out the bat with the 70th. If they advertise it and they're like, yes, this is a multi-Doctor story, 3 parts. One's written by Russell, one's written by Moffat.
There
probably
will be a new writer by then as well.
One's written by the new writer. That's the only thing that I think really could.
But there'll probably be a new writer by then.
Yeah, and they are one of the writers.
So there'll be 4 parts.
Yeah, well, however many parts. But what I'm saying is like it's something.
And like that, that me and Josh shared with the actually.
You know how The Force
That's
Awakens was advertised, and you knew that Luke was in it. You knew that Ham was in it. You knew JJ was directing.
I don't believe they
Great.
stated that Luke was in it. They never said Luke was in it.
No, they did, and that's why a lot of people were a little bit
Did they?
upset when he was only in
I
it
think
for a shot.
I think they showed a lot of like Mark Hamill like behind the scenes stuff. But I don't think they actually physically said he's in it. Oh, maybe they did.
I think they did. I think they said the whole gang's back. I think they said starring because that's the thing. Mark Hamill got paid a fuck ton just to keep his mouth shut.
He got paid. Well, I know he got paid $1 million for the movie.
Yeah, just to rock up for like
which
2
is
days shooting,
insane.
if that, maybe one day.
But at that point, though, you're so rich. Does it really matter?
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
and that was a bottom line is yes, Stephen Moffat. It would have been nice to have seen him write for Jodie.
is that what it started from?
That's how it started. Oh, this podcast, it does that, doesn't it? Jacob on YouTube says, now it feels like Doctor Who again. The specials and the episodes so far have all been good, but this one felt more refined, which I know we sort of, we discussed. It's great. It does feel the most like Doctor Who, but I like the word refined here because I would agree. I think every episode script so far, this is probably the most perfect script, I think, other than a few lines of dialogue. But I'm looking more like structurally in terms of
Wild Blue.
Wild Blue is great, but like you look at things like the cop out, pulling the lever and flipping the.
What about the stamp and bringing out the?
Things like that. The whole Chekhov's gun thing, with the reverse Chekhov gun, where
I can
it's
let
like,
it go.
I let it go because I love that episode.
Let you go.
I do think that ending would pay up. The ending would pay off far more had we Chekhov's gunned it by having seen that bridge flip up in the opening of the episode or something like that.
That sucks, yeah.
But like this episode doesn't have flaws like that in it. And then you have episodes like The Devil's Cord that feel baggy. And you have episodes like Church on Ruby Road that feel baggy. Whereas this one felt just so refined.
And Space Babies almost went a bit too chill at places that people kind of didn't like it.
Yeah, I think Space Babies is baggy at the start. I enjoy it, but I think it's a bit thick and juicy at the start.
Yeah. I will say this. I still think Wild Blue Yonder was the more riskier episode. I think it was a lot riskier to do that in a 60th special and specials, and I think it paid off.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
I can totally understand like a producer at the BBC being like, no, like this is slow and a lot of dialogue. Like, why would people want this? Like, I guarantee you they said that, and I know Russell would be like, no, they care about these characters and people like my writing when I do it like this. Please listen to yourself and do more like that.
Yeah.
What scares me a little bit is I had this theory. Everyone's simping this episode. And I'm like, I really want to have a Russell episode this season where people simp it just as much. I know we're only 3 in. But not only do I want it, I feel like we needed to reassure fans because he is the head showrunner.
Well, 73 Yards could be that one. Dot and Bubble could be that one. It's probably not going to be the finale.
I doubt it. But
Russell does really good part ones. And he pays off in part two, but part two's never as... They always have some form of flaw in part two.
I feel that's the same with every part two.
Yeah. God damn.
Maybe bar like Satan's Pit.
All right. Beaver Wilfred.
Age of Steel, maybe? I don't know.
Beaver Wilfred says, the ambulance said Ruby's
Mr. Beaver.
3,000 years old. Hope she's not a Time Lord or anything too important. She's feeling very impossible girl. Also, third episode in a row where they say daddy.
Yeah, well, that's got to allude to Susan coming back. And I've seen a few...
No, hold on. No, I'm not... Sorry, I think you're taking this the wrong way.
Daddy?
Just the word daddy.
Yeah.
Like, we're not talking about him going
as
dad
in, like,
to
the sexual
dad.
term, like...
We're saying...
Daddy.
We're saying that in Space Babies, the kids say mummy and daddy. We're saying that in The Devil's Cord, Jinx goes, daddy was so cruel... Daddy was so daddy.
Ruby is Shooty's Ruby's daddy.
I think
it's his daughter.
Wilfred Beaver just has a fetish that they want to open up about here.
I have seen...
I don't know how you noticed that, but I'll admit, As soon as
someone brought it up to me on Saturday.
as soon as Mr. Beaver said there's been 3 episodes in a row where they've said daddy,
I got told that as well, though.
I could re-quote them in my head. I knew exactly what lines they were.
So there is a theory that
Daddy.
that Millie is.
Daddy.
Sorry, I always say the actor's names. Ruby is the Doctor's daddy. No, the Doctor is Ruby's daddy. Excuse me. Allow me to rephrase. Do you think that's a? And also, I've seen people say this about how old she is. It's because she's traveled through time. I don't know why people...
I agree. Yeah, it's because...
people keep making a big deal out of this.
It's the same thing as...
she's traveled through time.
It's the same thing as The Beast Below, where The Beast Below is set so far in the future. So when... It is The Beast Below where they do that, right?
Yes,
where they scan Amy and it's like, you're 100 billion years old or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's been done before.
Wouldn't stress about that, Mr. Beaver.
Yeah,
but
she's not a Time Lord. Or maybe she is. Maybe I can eat my words.
Mr. Rani.
I'll be it now.
They did set up the Rani.
They did mention like the Rani or the Conquistador.
I love the way he says those lines.
Gone!
Conquistador.
It's gone, Ruby.
Gone.
Why is the jukebox there if it's not going to be used? I'm really mad.
Gotta get.
Do you get it? Oh. It's just, I'm sorry. Shooty delivering Moffat dialogue is going to get me harder than Portland cement.
Moffat gets it.
I thought that line. Get it.
73 yards. Episode 4 of series 1 or season 1 before people start saying, that's Aliens of London.
Oh, they're calling it season.
This is season, not series.
But wouldn't that be they need another word for, they didn't have an S word. Serial 1.
No,
is that a C?
Cereal, but cereal.
Cereal? Is that S or C?
No, cereal's an S, but it.
Go cereal then.
Cereal is is the word for like.
Oh yeah, that's how you do this. It was like it's a serial, like a bunch of episodes.
Yeah, telling one story. So like Line of Duty is a serial where it's like 6 episodes telling one story.
Would you call the season 3 final a serial?
Yeah.
Well, hey, he admits it's a 3-parter.
No,
finally.
it's a 2-part serial.
Finally, he admits it's a 3-part.
It's a 2-part
final.
serial.
All right.
Even Russell's.
What about the season 4 final? Would you count that as a serial?
2-part.
I do.
When Russell says it, I listen to Russell. What Russell say, I do.
I will not be told what is a serial and what is not by this man.
Silence, girl.
73 yards.
There she is.
Okay, yeah. So season 1, episode 4. Landing on the Welsh coast, the Doctor and Ruby embark on the strangest journey of their lives. In a rain-lashed pub, the locals sit in fear of ancient legends coming to life.
We are in Wales.
47 minutes. Bit of a longer one this week. Why have I brought out the accent again? I don't know.
By 3 minutes?
Yeah, because Boom was 44.
You're really loving that extra 3 minutes.
Oh, mate, juice. Well, last time we got a few extra minutes, we got a song for those few minutes. So
true.
All I'm saying
was Devil's Cord 51?
49.
49. All right.
But they're always a couple minutes longer on Disney Plus because they have the streaming credits at the end in different languages and whatever.
The Spanish actor for the Doctor.
Of course.
Kind of thing. They list all the...
Of course. Ringo.
Ringo Starr.
Is that a Spanish name?
Ringo?
I don't know. Anyways.
Ringo, maybe.
Okay, yeah, so starring Shooty and Millie. We got a whole bunch of new characters such as the woman.
Right, so Susan Twist isn't the woman. Am I being ageist because it looked like her?
All I'm saying is that there may be a twist in this episode.
Is there a Susan Twist credit?
I'm sick of the BBC One synopsises telling me when Susan Twist is in these episodes. I wish I didn't know.
So is it in the credits?
Susan Twist is playing a character. I won't name them. I'll let them be a surprise for
Can I read it?
You can read them. It's definitely nothing crazy. It's just, I just think I'd love to watch these episodes and be like, oh, there she is, you know?
Right, yeah.
So I'll leave that one up for the audience interpretation there. Written by Russell T Davies, directed by Dylan Holmes Williams, who it's his first episode of the series, isn't it?
Yes, he didn't do.
No, he goes on. He does the one after this. I think he just did on Bubble as well.
That's right. This is the Doctor Light.
This was the first episode they shot, I think.
Correct. It's the first time we saw Shooty because we saw her in the beanie.
Mm-hmm.
That was January 2023.
Oh, the insanity!
I remember seeing the first shot of him with the beanie.
Yeah, we
we
were
were
all
like,
like
"No."
zooming in. It was
Yeah,
so
and it was so
pixelated.
pixelated,
I think we talked about it on the pod as well. Okay, yeah, 6:50.
Now we're going to see it.
6:50 p.m. on Saturday night. This one, if you're watching it live, but we'll
Seems
be.
like no one is.
Seems
quite
like no one
frankly.
is. We'll be there straight away as it drops. All right, so trailer looked good. Clip looks good. Everything about this episode looks really good.
But there's nothing really to say. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Well, we know there's some
There's a
Jack.
trap?
There's some character called Jack,
Jack?
Killer Jack or something.
Harkness?
Confirmed? No, but there's like a folk tale, and I think the premise is
Yes.
that the people in the pub are telling folk tales. The Doctor and Ruby, I think they land in the midst of like, imagine like a Ouija board, but this particular.
Well,
folk
have you
tale.
seen the Next Time trailer with the rope on the floor and stuff?
Yeah,
And all
that's
the
what I
different-
mean. That kind of thing.
And there was like toys in it and stuff.
Yeah. So
That's kind of creepy. I like that.
they clearly set something off when they land.
Or maybe it's because they touch it and stuff. They might have this. Because I think in the trailer, like, did you disturb the? It was like a ritual or something, or it's definitely. You're right with the whole. Well, Russell said it, so of course, but like you're right with the whole like mythical thing. This is another thing that's kind of like the soup. Is Kate in this episode?
Well, that's if you look at my bloody run sheet here, Connor. In
I don't have the run sheet.
No, I'm just saying, have a look at it.
I
now.
can't see
I'm
it.
just asking you to look at it now.
I can't
in
see it.
capital letters, I have the words Kate Stewart.
I need glasses. I can't see shit.
So we saw filming this episode. We thought we saw Kate Stewart. Well, Kate Stewart did film for season 1 in this shooting block.
Yeah.
We're pretty sure it's not for Dot and Bubble.
Because
We're
Dot and
pretty
Bubble's on a different planet.
We're pretty sure it's for this one. But Earth Grill.
You could probably check.
Face
You
girl.
could probably check Ruby's costume.
Well, I'm gonna say right now that Kate Stewart is not in the credits for 73 Yards on the BBC One page.
Interesting.
Ruby is wearing a different costume than she is for most of the episode. But also, this episode, we've only seen like a fraction of what this episode could hold because most of the promo is around that Welsh cliff top.
There's
and
there's all the politics stuff
and
It's
the pub.
nuts.
But we also know there's a whole politics side to this episode.
The bigger, brighter, bolder Bryn or something.
Yeah, none of
Bigger,
that.
bolder Bryn. How does that fit in?
I don't know. This is such an enigma. Of
I
an
know.
episode.
I'm so interested to see how, and I hope it doesn't get messy. I hope it's done well. Because that's the first thing I'm going to be picky about is like, is this structured well enough? Because it looks so different to the trailer.
Yeah. Which makes me like I like the premise of this being like a spooky in a pub. There's a ritual gone awry, and it's like midnight, like everyone turning on each other and being spooky in the pub. It's not going to be that because we know that there is much more to this plot than is being advertised. But I so wish it was just that.
Yeah, I get what you mean. God, for a second I was like, are we sure? But yeah, there've been all the promo pictures and stuff. There've been all the promo pictures and stuff with the whole election thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
I don't, well, here's another fact that we spoke about on the pod before, but we know that this episode was filmed, being the first one in the block. They started filming this series before Shooty had wrapped Sex Education Series
Correct.
4.
Yes.
So this episode is definitely very Doctor-like, and Dot and Bubble also might be a little lighter on the dock. But we don't know for sure about that.
This is one of his fake moustaches.
It is, because he didn't have a
'Cause he didn't
mustache on
have
Sex
it.
Ed. So,
Correct, for Eric, yeah.
so this is a fake
Eric?
mustache. Eric, yeah.
Yeah, Eric, yeah.
So what do you think happens to the Doc in this episode? Why is he not there?
Before I say that, though, I will say I think I do respect Russell for... It's a crazy thing. Dr. Light 4 episodes in, or 5 episodes into the era. Pretty crazy. It could have just been... it probably was like, scheduling things. But still, it's a big thing to do. I don't know.
Don't know.
I know we had that shot on the trailer of the TARDIS having like moss growing all around it.
Yeah.
So there's the theory about the dead TARDIS. I think we'll see Ruby going through like her life and slowly moving on from having all these adventures with the Doctor. Where's the Doctor go? I don't know. They mentioned in the trailer like this character called Jack. Maybe knowing Russell and how much he hates the government, maybe this curse creates a man who becomes a politician and starts running the country.
What a strange curse.
I could see something like, we know how much Russell hates the government.
Yeah.
I can't blame him for thinking that. I don't know what happens to the Doctor though.
I think just jumping back very quickly, I think the reason this will work as a Doctor Light one so early into the era is because last week was sort of a Doctor every episode, and I think that's quite intentional.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice to focus on Ruby a bit more this week. And it'll be a good test for Ruby with where she's at, I think, as well. And we'll probably find out where Earth is timeline-wise. Might get some answers.
Yeah, they've been back on Earth for, 10 months?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be like, what?
I think the Doctor vanishes as a result of them meddling with this ritual thing is the most likely thing. And then I also think... I don't know. It's so hard. It's hard to get a gauge on.
How bonkers is the costume?
Oh, it's a good look though, isn't it?
I love it. I wish he was
look.
wearing it. I wish there was an episode of him wearing that the whole time. But I know it's really like almost kind of un-Doctor-like, so I can kind of get why people might not want it for the whole episode. But I love it.
I want to eat his beanie.
It's so cute. He
I have a fetish for
cutie in it. I love it.
I have a fetish for eating headwear now.
Yeah, you do. Hey,
eating that hat.
Is it in the shot?
Can
you see it?
That's the hat that I ate on last week's podcast, folks.
You can see it. Yeah,
because Stephen Moffat's back.
Yeah. I love the costume. I know people aren't a huge fan of it, but I've always loved the idea of maybe the Doctor wearing like kind of normal clothes,
just cash.
I know it's kind of weird to think
cash.
that, but
yeah, I like it. It looks good. What do you think of this old woman? And is this old woman standing 73 yards away?
I think
from,
so. She's always 73 yards away.
Ruby, yeah.
But how this connects to politics and isn't it the guy from isn't he in Dunkirk or something? The actor. It was a big casting announcement. He's the guy with like the black curly hair.
Are you talking about Anurin Bernard?
Probably.
He's playing the politician?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he was in Dunkirk or something.
I don't know.
How that connects to that and if she's connected, I don't know. I think there's going to be a big tonal shift in this episode. When it happens, I don't know. I think we'll get the Doctor for 5 minutes and then he's gone. And then it's a lot to achieve in an episode because I don't know when they're going to switch and how long they can do it and if it's done well, if the pacing works and the Doctor coming back and how long's Ruby going to be without the Doctor for.
Sad.
I don't know. This episode and the next and the final, I know the least about. Rogue, I've got a bit of an idea. The rest of these episodes, I'm happy to say I'm a bit confused about what's going to happen.
Do you know what the older I get, the more I appreciate a Dutch tilt.
Oh,
Well, it was like drilled in my head by my buddies and stuff back in the day that like Dutch tilts had like such a lame technique.
Right.
But I kind of love them now.
Because of the Devil's Cord?
No, because of the clip. I think it was on Doctor Who Unleashed, maybe? The clip for this.
We are in Wales.
No, the one in the pub.
Oh, there's one in the pub.
Yes, yeah, it's been out for a while, yeah.
Crikey, Charlie. I always try to watch all the stuff before.
Of all the old people in the pub, and it's all like Dutch tilts, and it all looks funky.
Nuts. Sorry, I always try to watch everything so we can talk about the clips in the...
Well, you failed.
I swear I watched someone from Reducted, whatever the fuck it's called.
Unleashed,
sorry. I swear I watched that.
Close.
Why did they release two then? Why was there one on the...
I don't know. Maybe that one wasn't from Unleashed. Maybe the Clifftop one was, but there's definitely two clips out there.
Well, I'm a...
But yeah, I love
my salami.
The look of...
Call me Connor.
Please don't slap your salami, Connor. The direction in this episode looks really good, so I'm excited for that. And it's just one of those things where like I kind of want it to stick with that vibe throughout the episode.
It ain't, Aiden. It ain't.
It ain't gonna fucking do it, is it?
It's not gonna do it.
Why doesn't it do what I want it to do, Connor?
Politics.
Ruby Sunday,
Ruby.
that you?
Has Ruby got a passion in politics or something?
Apparently
Never heard her
so.
mention it.
No, never heard
I
of
like playing the piano. Did
and
you
politics.
say politics?
Did you?
Yeah.
I like that too.
Politics. Do you think there's a canon reason why she starts using glasses?
Politics. Politicians wear glasses.
To make it look smarter?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
What if there's an actual reason in the episode why she starts wearing glasses?
I'm still blind.
Yeah, that's why we should have had this soundbite.
Should have had the soundbite.
4 episodes, we don't see her wearing glasses once, and now they wear. I always pick up on that on TV
Well, that's
shows.
surely got to be because she gets older throughout the episode, right? Because when you want someone to be older...
You needed glasses since high school, though.
That was an attempt to combat dyslexia. And then I was in New Zealand a couple of years ago and was like, I can't see the road signs whilst I'm driving this camper van. I'm going to get glasses.
Do glasses help dyslexia?
Well, they were just trying to find different ways to like combat
Right.
it. So they were like, maybe get some glasses. I was like, thanks, teacher.
Right, okay. Oh. The teacher said that. Doesn't a qualified fucking doctor meant to tell you that?
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. I get it.
Moffat every time he writes a Doctor Who joke. I'm so drunk on wine.
He was drunk when he found out that Russell's coming back.
I love that. He was like, me and my wife, we were a little bit merry. I'm like, you were fucking pissed, mate. Don't dance around the bush.
He said I was a bit pissed.
I was pissed as Doctor Who leaves.
Yeah. And the Doctor in the written interview, he was like, I just been down the curry house. I was a bit pissed.
And I was fucking off my rocker because I've got a dog in me. I've got a big dog in me.
How big is that dog in you, Aiden?
Boom, boom, big. You know what I'm saying?
He really killed it. I love that guy.
Okay, Connor, let's wrap up this with a crystal ball prediction.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we want some yes or no answers about what's going to happen in this episode. And if you're wrong, I beat you for everyone you get wrong.
Oh my God.
That's a good performance.
Thank you. That's why I'm here.
All right. So what percentage of the Doctor is going to be in this episode? Sorry, that makes it sound like I'm like 5% of the Doctor
10%.
being his finger is in this
Just
episode.
his feet.
But you know what I mean?
Not above ankle.
I mean like
10%. 5% at the beginning, 5% at the end.
All right.
All 15%.
For our listeners, I'm saying what percentage of the episode is the Doctor going to be in, which Connor understood.
7.5 at the beginning and 7.5 at the end.
So 15%?
15%. Something funny?
I just hit my bottle on my teeth.
I've done that and I chipped my tooth.
Do you ever open...
I'm going to start whistling in the... What are you saying?
Do you ever open bottles with your teeth?
God, no. What am I, crazy?
When people do
I
that.
hate when people do that.
I'm like, you're just...
Is your
wrong.
tooth a certain...
You're a bad boy if you do that.
Is your tooth like a certain kind of like shape?
Shaped like a bottle opener.
Yeah. Like, I think you can get that done.
Okay, if you get that done...
I'm worried I spoiled the cap.
If you get like a tooth replacement done that makes your tooth a bottle opener shape, you've got a dog in you and I want to meet you right in at greenie.who@gmail.com. Next question.
Yes.
Will the episode be genuinely scary?
Well, here's the issue. I said that Space Base was scary and you're like, it wasn't scary, but I'm talking through a kid's perspective. So if you're going to ask me for a kid's perspective, yes.
For the whole episode?
What with politics? Well, politics is scary, but in a different... I'm going to say yes, because politics and politicians can be scary because they can change your life like that.
I see.
Next question.
Next.
Moving on.
Will we see Carla and Cherry as soon as we're back on Earth?
And they're not in the cast list?
Not in the cast list, no.
So unless they're keeping it a big secret like Kate Stewart...
That's the thing. I think they're advertising this as an episode different to what it becomes.
Yeah, so that does imply, though, that she leaves Wales to go to London, which is about 4-hour drive.
Well, I'm just saying, like, the politics stuff. Is the politics still in Wales?
I don't know. I'm going to
Does she move to Wales as she gets older with her glasses?
Does she forget about the Doctor's life and her traveling the TARDIS?
Oh.
Maybe she gets caught by the woman and then her life gets replaced.
She'll go, Doctor Who.
Looks in the camera. There's been a lot of fourth wall breaks.
Another reason why it could be a TV show.
Yeah.
So do you think they will or won't be in it, Carla and Cherry?
I'm going to say no.
Right, okay. Will there be time jumps?
Yes.
Does the Doctor die / be erased at the beginning of the episode?
Erased, yeah.
Erased?
Yeah.
Like it just got a rubber.
Yeah, like a little rubber. Yeah. Like a Johnny.
Last one. And I've got in brackets here, politics.
Yeah.
Will this episode piss anyone off?
Yes. Every episode pisses people off.
But based around the politics.
Yes, of course. You can't say a political opinion. Of course, someone's going to disagree with your political opinion no matter what it is. I could say that cows should live forever and people will be like, no. Because of their, their shit messes up the CO2 or something. I don't know.
They fart methane.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And we need that.
We need it or we don't need it?
We need it, but the problem is I think we have slightly too much of it at the moment because of how many cows we need to butcher.
To butcher, exactly.
Yeah.
This is a whole conversation, but
This is, yeah.
I'll read you out these. Can you zoom in a little bit
Maybe
for me,
that for
Aiden?
Orphan 66.
Yeah. 55? Oh, the sequel.
The sequel. Yeah.
Aha. Bring that Pete McTee.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
Order 66.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars.
I know what it is.
Order 66.
Like, you think I don't know what Order 66
I don't know how I got to Order 66
That's
from Orphan 55.
Everyone, the biggest meme in like high school is Order 66.
Execute
Order
66.
Yes, sir.
Zooming in for you, Connor. Can you read
All right.
these questions to
What
me?
percentage will the Doctor be in the episode?
8.
8. So 4 at the beginning, 4 at the end.
And I want some fucker to do the calculations for me when the episode comes out and tell me I'm right.
All right. Will the episode be genuinely scary? And remember, we're talking from a kid's perspective, not you, because we know nothing scares you except death.
One scene in the pub will be scary. I think the first act will be scary. The first act will be scary, and then it'll move on and do politics and become something else.
Where's
that
the Doctor, Mum?
isn't scary.
It's
But I
called
also think
Dr. Who.
the idea of this like Jack guy, whoever this is,
Jack Harkness, come on.
I mean, he's scary if you
Well, that's all right then.
know what I mean.
Yeah, I do know, unfortunately. I do know what you mean.
But yeah, I think like the idea of this folk tale could be scary, and that folk tale could linger with some of the old kiddies.
Squeeze the jelly from your eyes.
Next question.
It's quite good on toast. It's a Shrek quote.
Thanks, Jack.
We will see Carla and Cherry.
I'm going to say we are.
Okay.
We see the gang.
Oh, what about Kate?
Oh, we see Kate.
We have to. She's not in Dom Bubble.
We see Kate.
Will there be a time jump, Aiden?
Yeah. Is Ruby wearing glasses? Yeah.
I never noticed.
Did I eat a
Millie
hat last week?
Gibson.
Yeah.
I never noticed Millie Gibson wearing glasses. What are you talking about?
No.
Does the Doctor deliberately erase?
Does the Doctor die or be erased at the beginning of the
there's a
episode?
slash between it. Erase at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, I think the Doctor gets like erased or like some form of vanish from fiction. The God of fiction's
All right,
interfering
Russell.
here.
Will the episode piss anyone off? In brackets, politics.
Yeah.
I think every episode pisses people off, even though there isn't politics in it.
Yeah.
I think that's the day and age we live in. I don't think
Everyone gets angry.
maybe back in the day when stuff was airing, just because social media wasn't a thing, people were angry. You just didn't hear about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there were people watching Doctor Who in 2005 being like, "This isn't like Tom Baker's era." I bet people were thinking that.
It was nice when there was a time you didn't have to like dance around eggshells making jokes and things like that. And I'm saying there's jokes that shouldn't have been made. I'm not justifying that kind of thing. But now everything has to be like looked over and checked a million times.
There's a difference between making a joke about something and trying to belittle or upset the person you're making the joke about. And
Yeah, true.
actually, there's a joke where you're just having fun, like you'd make fun of a mate.
Yeah.
You're not doing it to actually generally upset them. You're doing it
Yeah.
because you love them.
Have a laugh.
And Doctor Who makes fun of me all the time.
Doctor Who?
Yeah, he calls me a nerd, idiot, loser.
Doctor Who calls you a nerd?
Yeah. You should see our DMs.
Doctor Who?
Mm-hmm. It's a joke.
Okay, I was getting confused. I was like, are you misspeaking or are you?
Unless it's an admin on the Twitter page, they've called me all sorts.
Yeah, the official Doctor Who Twitter page.
Yeah, idiot, loser.
Keep saying fuck off.
They're like, you're not the official Doctor Who podcast.
Cancel your silly little podcast.
Make me.
Okay.
Delete.
Is
Do you reckon legally they could take it down because they own the show?
No.
Alright.
No.
Just make it illegal for us to talk about it, though.
They can try whatever they want, but
No matter what you do or what you say,
you
they
spoiled
still
it for
love
me.
me.
they can say whatever they want. But
No matter what you say or what you do, they still love me.
thanks, Connor. You
I
ruined
still
my
get it
joke.
wrong.
Connor, what rating will you
It's
give
from
this
my
episode?
show. Someone stole it.
What? No, it's from John Barrowman's fucking Instagram
Yes, but
account.
I bought it into my show like 2 years ago.
Who cares?
I do.
You don't want it to be on both?
No, I just... where's the credit? Anyway.
No.
What am I doing?
Because it's a Doctor Who meme. People don't have to give credit.
No one remembered that meme until that show came back. I'm just saying that.
It's also, ironically, when we got the soundboard. So people say it's
I'm
soundboard.
just saying. What am I rating again?
What do you think you're going to rate this episode?
We're doing this now? Oh, God. I don't know.
Is it going to be a 10?
What am I, fucking on some bizarro planet? I didn't even give Boom a 10. I could have, but I didn't.
Answer the fucking question.
Sorry.
Answer the fucking question for the love of God.
Sorry. I don't know. Maybe a 7.5 and 8.
Yeah.
I feel like I gave 6.5 to Devil's Corp,
Yeah.
so I don't mind saying that. I would like to give this episode an 8. I want Russell to have a banger. He needs one. God damn it!
I think it could be a 9.
Oh, get out of here!
I think it could be a 9.
What with politics?
I like what I see.
Every time I do that, just add the picture.
I'm not going to do that. You've done that so many times in the episode.
Politics.
All right, guys, that's our show. Stay tuned for our review coming on Saturday after the episode is dropped. Connor will have a live stream. Are you?
Yeah.
Or am I just making work for you?
No. I do it every Friday. We'll be doing.
Connor will do a live stream.
I do it every Friday, no matter how many times Aiden asks me to do it. No, not to do it. I do it. Don't do it, he says. Nah, I'm doing it every. What you say I what you do, they still love me.
It's going to get old so fast.
Stolen from my show, and I will be doing your live predictions so you guys can comment below your thoughts and feelings, and we also always recap the episode previously so you can also give your thoughts on. Boom. I'm having a lot of fun doing those live streams, and people seem to love it, folks. So.
Isn't it fun having Doctor Who back?
For another 4 weeks, yeah.
And it's genuinely fun Doctor Who as well. Like
I agree.
It's good
I
time.
agree. Even if I don't love all of it, I love that it's back. I feel like a little kid going to bed on a Friday evening.
With an excited smile on my face. All right, Connor, shall we sing the song and finish this podcast?
Yeah, it's in down.
So I just had the hat regurgitating in my mouth.
How are you after that? Fine.
After Hatgate?
Yeah. No issues.
No.
Probably should have checked up on you.
Yeah, you didn't.
I knock on the door like, Jane, I haven't. Oh, sorry. You can block that if you don't want to say it.
All right.
Mrs. Green, I haven't heard from Aiden in a few days. She's like, oh, he died.
I went to the bathroom after, and I turned around and I looked, that felt weird. And I looked in, there was 3 baby hats. There was 3 baby hats in the toilet. And I was like, oh my God, now they're following me everywhere. I put on this hat today and it was shivering. It was like, please don't eat me. Please don't eat me. It was like shaking in my hand. It was like, please don't eat me. I'm just a hat. I'm just a hat.
A purple hat.
It's Aiden
Connor's party. Papa, doing Doctor Who review.
We're doing
Doctor Who review.
Kill yourself.
What did you say we're doing with potty?
Yeah, the party. Yeah, the potty.
We're going to the potty.
No, the poddy.
We're going to the potty, so
not
we're going to have a look at my
potty.
baby hats that are in there.
Poddy. Poddy.
What should I call my hats? My 3 baby hats.
I'm disgusted by that whole thing.
Hattie?
I don't know. I was more worried
One's got
about
to be
you.
called Stephen.
Was your stall okay?
It was a fucking hat.
Oh, stop it.
It was a hat. A hat came
Shat
out.
hat.
I shut out a hat.
You technically did.
3 baby hats.
Technically, you did shat a hat.
3 baby hats came out.
Have you clipped that yet? That's a TikTok viral clip right there.
What? Aiden Green shits out hats.
No, the fact that you ate a hat could see the
1
Moffat
hat.
came back.
2 hat. 3 hat. It's like Clarkson's
4.
farm when they show them birthing the pigs. They're all just popping out. That's me with hats. Just 1, a 2, a 3.
Do
a
the
4.
clip, god damn it. It's going to do well. Everyone can send it to Stephen Moffat and he can watch it at home when he's drinking wine.
Yes, and then be like, I want to come on this podcast.
What's his wife called? Susie?
I know she's the producer though.
Susie, come watch this. He might show his son as well. Little Sherlock.
Yes!
Great. Just kill it already. Just end that shit.